Hey everybody, Professor Jose here with the Art of Defense. I haven't done a interview for a minute. Just a lot of things going on in my own personal life and trying to coordinate with people who want to talk on martial arts. But the whole concept of the Art of Defense and the podcast is to um, hopefully join the link I see between spirituality and martial arts. Shouldn't be too hard to see. It is very occultish and spiritual, but also as a man of faith and spirituality and science, I like to interweave those things so playing a little bit online, I've had somebody question whether or not I was AI, because I do have a unique ability that not everybody is aware of, that is separate from martial arts and sciences. I have a literary ability to write poetry, science. I see interconnectedness to a lot of things. And so I can get creative. I'm a wordsmith quite a bit. I once even thought when I was young I could be a rapper, because it was a unique talent I didn't harness a lot of. I just played with. But I also had a unique ability in science, math, and martial arts. And so I guess podcast is a way to hopefully merge them all a little bit. But I've been playing with my ability. I've only recently learned that it's a language of antiquity. It's more of a style. I play with a lot of etymology. I've studied kinesiology, biology, sociology, and ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a language called language of the birds. It's a little deceitful because it's somewhat of a style rather than an actual language. So I just want to kind of give somebody, because I've had people think, oh, you're a bot, you're AI. So I'm going to go live with this. And ultimately, what I'm trying to get people to see is there's more to life than what these two eyes led us to believe. There's multiple layers beyond the visual. It's difficult to understand and be conceptual. But when I say the purpose of all being is not to be selfish, but rather be selfless, we start to ponder upon the word, because that in the beginning was what there was. Not God, but the word. Why wasn't he put first if the word is what we need to focus on? So when I say, let's stop being selfish, but I say it out loud and I don't read it, I start to wonder, am I saying selfish because I'm a fisher of men? Or am I saying stop being in this cell of flesh and elevate and be more conscious of who I am, and I'm not human, but I'm humane in trying to be not insane. There's so much more to the scripture. Most people want to be canonized when they eventually realize they got to close their eyes, meditate, let that mind elevate as everything starts to arise. Using that third eye, we start to understand there's more to his plan, because we study the Bible because we know it's history. But if you slow it down, we find out, oh, it's his story. So in my meditation, I spend no hesitation understanding that I need to ask, dear Father, what is our story? What about her story? And all he says is, son, you don't have to worry. Just listen to that song, Three Little Birds, and you'll hear my man Bob with the word. Don't worry. Just be happy, right? So what it tells us is we can think about words and there can be multiple levels of meaning. And so when we read scripture that says, and I'm sorry, I know you guys are writing something, but I don't have my glasses on and I can't quite read that. But ultimately what I'm saying is when you read scripture and it says, thou shalt not, what's the difference between that and will not, cannot, could not? But I did. So what he says is we need to stop all this hatred or this red hat. Or is it murderous or red rum? I don't know, because I'm not the one. But we can meditate. We can state our intention to the one. And he'll give you what you need to know. So that's just a taste of what I can do. What do you, your mom is a very good listener. And so, yeah. All right. Lots of people, hello, what does a live person do? He is not going to answer. He just going to be talking. I have a challenge. All right. Well, end of the day, man, you can believe what you want. That's part of this journey. It's a co-creation. You don't have to believe me. But what I do encourage you to do, as I've been told, the man upstairs says, look, meditate. Speak your intention. Say, hey, I want to know this. Is this man in red just spewing hatred? Quiet your voice, your ego, your shell. And then you'll know him well. He'll speak to you as he does me. Maybe it's just my specialty. So you don't have to know. But if you don't ask, you can enlighten and grow. So I can do this all day and I can talk this way. But again, I'm not trying to get you to believe me. I'm not trying to sell myself as a prophecy. At the end of the day, I just know what I see. We're all connected, arguing whether I'm he or he is a she. It don't matter unless it matters. And for me, all that is love, unity, and faith in you, myself, and the powers that be. So, meditate, understand what I'm saying, or don't, and continue that infinite loop that keeps you in that hoop. So, that's me. I'm not AI. I can do this all day. I can write in dismay. I can even beat Chat GPT because it doesn't have a divine connection and soul. It's never experienced what it is to have something to hold, to create and love, and have faith and kneel and know why we should yield to who has the right. It's his way, not mine. Thank you. Peace, love. Go out and stop fighting yourself. Self-defense. That's what it's about. Stop fighting yourself. And then you realize it's just a game, bro. It's just a game. We're playing. We're just gonna wrestle. Let's just grapple. It's a cuddle, struggle.